When you start self-improvement, it happens basically the same with all the things. Whenever you start something new, there's the same pattern, but at the beginning you see probably some results, and you can actually see some results in self-improvement as well. Simply because, like, for example, if you learn about how sugar is bad for you and your energy throughout the day, and you stop eating sugar even for a week, you will already see results. So you're just hyping up yourself, right? And you want to, go harder and harder and push yourself even more, and you just spin this endless wheel until you reach this point when simply self-improvement is you're doing just too much of it. Okay, and now someone could say, how can I possibly improve myself too much? Well, you can't really, because like self-improvement is an endless journey, and that's something that you cannot there's no like end goal in self-improvement. But what I mean right now is that you can just do too much things in one day, or in just a short amount of time. Okay, and now this is what I mean by telling you that you can just have too much self-improvement going on in your life. There is this point when you're just autistic about every single thing, like you have to improve every single time, you have to set new personal bests and all of that stuff. But sooner or later there will be this point from which you'll just feel like you're kind of stopping, kind of like going down, like downgrading, even though you're trying to like make more. Okay, push even more, like maybe do even more push-ups, all of that stuff. Why does that happen? Because, as I said, sometimes you are trying to do too much in a single day. For example, let's just stick to this example of one day. If you try to do too much, you won't have done anything. Basically, that's the rule that you have to always keep in mind. I think that if you find yourself in this situation where, even though you think you're doing even more than you were a week ago, for example, but you still feel like you're downgrading, there's this concept that I don't know if anyone else has came up with it, but I heard that from Hamza. You probably know him. There's this concept that your whole self-improvement journey is just like a rubber band. Okay, so when you have the rubber band and you try to go into all directions, okay, eventually there will be a point where it won't just, I mean, if you try to go into all directions, that's kind of cool. You will still get to this point where you just can't bend it even more. Okay, but if you try to go into one direction, what will happen is you'll go, and then at this point it will just snap back. Okay, that's the same what happens with you. If you're trying to push too much, you're trying to bend this rubber band too much, there will be a point where you'll just snap back, and in your mind it will look like you're doing even more, you're trying even harder, but in reality that's not giving you any results anymore. Okay, because you have overdone it. Okay, you have trained too much, you have tried to meditate for too long. This is a thing, this is a real thing. You can do something too much. Okay, just as you can buying this high quality beef, for example, but you can eat too much of this beef, even though it's high quality, it's healthy, all of that stuff. You understand what I'm saying, because you're not stupid. Okay, and that's why I have this approach that I came up with to the self-improvement, and I highly encourage you to take the same approach if you feel like the way I just described. Okay, so instead of, I want you to look at your self-improvement and all of that stuff as just building a tower. Okay, just you have those silly games. I'm sure that you have seen ads of those games where you're just building tower, okay, and it needs to be higher and higher, and then every single floor you can build like different rooms. So for example, you can have like, kind of chemistry room in one, then you have like an armory in the second floor, something like that, okay, you understand. So I want you to perceive your self-improvement journey as if you're building this kind of tower, okay. Now it doesn't mean that you should like speedrun the whole game and try to build as high tower as you possibly can, okay. I mean that you should build one floor, the first floor, and just be comfortable with that, just max it out, okay, like be so good with this first floor that you're sure that now you can move on and build the second floor, then add the third floor, fourth floor, and all of that stuff, okay, and just keep adding new floors every single maybe not every single day, but like every now and then, okay, every time when you feel like you actually can handle it. For example, just to give you like a real life example, if you see those people recording videos on, I did let's say 100 push-ups every single day and here are my results, something like that. Well, sometimes you might watch a video like that and be like, damn, that's really inspiring, maybe they got some crazy results or anything like that. Probably they didn't, but like, you know what I mean. It's the video persuading you, and you might feel like, well, if he got results like that, I will try to do 200 push-ups, even though you you didn't do like 50 push-ups per day before, okay. But now all of a sudden after watching this video you're like, well, I try to do 200 push-ups, totally doable, by the way, yeah. And so you'll try, you'll have those 200 push-ups done in one day, but then you'll wake up the other day and you'll be sore as fuck, and you won't be able to do like 20 push-ups. At first you'll obviously push yourself on all of that stuff, but then you'll be like, hell no, I'm not doing that, not today. That was too much. That's what will happen. So with this approach that you're just building a tower, okay, the first floor is always in this kind of games, it's not like cool and not like powerful and all of that stuff, so just as it should be in real life. So do not start with 200 push-ups, start with 20 per day, okay. Now I know 20 per day is not, I can do that in like a single set, even more, okay, so that's not a lot, I get that, but like if you have never worked out before, yeah, that makes sense to do just 20. If you did, like, set yourself this goal of 50. Now I can tell you that if you just push yourself to do 50 push-ups, you will feel the result, okay. I'm telling you from my experience because that's what I'm actually doing. I have this goal of 50 push-ups right now, okay, per day, and even though it's not like giving me any kind of fatigue and I'm not waking up sore on the next day, it's still giving me this sense of results. So after 5 days I'm like, damn, that's already like 250 push-ups combined. That is a lot. I mean, that's something that I was easily being able to accomplish. So now that I'm comfortable with doing those 50 push-ups per day, and I feel like there's nothing else for me really to see on this floor, like I've seen everything. I know for sure that I'm strong enough to move on to the next floor. This floor doesn't give me any experience anymore. I don't get sore after doing those 50 push-ups per day. Now I can move to, let's say, 75. Not, we don't want to double it. We have time. Every one of us have time. But like, if you will try to double it every single time, yeah, 100 push-ups at this moment, I could do it easily, I think, okay, because I was doing those 50 push-ups per day for quite some time. So now if I would go to do those 100 push-ups, yeah, I would do that, but like then I would just feed my ego and be like, okay, let's go with 200, let's double it once again. 200 push-ups, that is already something, okay. that is like this level when it starts to actually, you know, giving you fatigue to your body. Then if I would be to double it the next time, it would be already 400 push-ups every single day. You know, that's not like that that smart to do, I believe, because you also need to have time and strength for other things. So yeah, you might have this time period of doing those 400 push-ups every single day, but like I don't think it's sustainable, at least for me. And you know, if I would feed my ego, I would be trying to do those 400 push-ups every single day in like 4 weeks from now, because I would get stronger, right? But that's not the point. So I feel now comfortable on the first floor. Let's move on onto the second floor, and let's set myself this goal of 75 push-ups. Okay. Then after I'm good with that, let's set this goal of 100 push-ups. Then maybe just to not doubling it, either let's do like 150 or 125 push-ups. And to be honest, I would stay at the 200 push-ups, okay, just to you know, like, can you imagine, being honest, can you imagine doing like 400 push-ups, 300 push-ups every single day? Yeah, at first it would be fun, but like then, unless you're doing like that push-ups are your only exercise throughout the day, I don't see any sense in that, because you have better exercises, other exercises, okay? Yeah, so no, as I said at the beginning, just to sum it up, you can like do too much of self-improvement in a single day. That is for a fact, and you have to accept that. You cannot go autistic about that, okay? Instead, just, as I said, imagine that you're just building a tower. If you're comfortable on the first floor, and let's say the first floor is just, you know, 25 push-ups every single day, like maybe 50 DMs sent every single day, something like that. Once you're comfortable with that, then only then move onto the next floor. Don't try to speedrun it. Don't try to, you know, be cool and like level up as quickly as possible, because that will just give you this rubber band effect. So you'll try to go like this and it will snap back, and bro, you're done. You're back at zero. That's not what we want, okay? Thank you for watching, and as always, keep pushing.